we are Christians, so
okay.
so yeah, we don't.
So you don't have sex
before marriage.
Have you ever watched pornography?
He's not having erection because that he watched so many high-level porns. We would go to sex therapist or something like that and make it works. Different ways to make others satisfied.
Palestinian girl, when we were started to talk about sex, she was really open to talk about it. What do you do?
I'm an architect.
You know, every time when I hear about someone's architect, the first one that comes to my mind is this show, How I Met Your Mother. Do you know this show?
Yeah,
you know
I love
the main
that.
character?
Yes.
Ted, the architect.
Yes, I love Ted Mosby.
Yeah, you love it?
Yeah, really, it's my favorite show.
Every time when I watch it, I feel like I was like Ted.
Okay.
You know, because I always trying to find someone, but always fail, and you know, stuff like that.
Can you tell me about one of your work?
For example, this one.
Yeah.
This is my latest one. It's about Poland, actually. In the back is the background of Warsaw, because Poland is famous for amber. So this is like a giant amber, like hidden inside from the trees.
Yes.
Inside is my girlfriend, actually.
Yeah.
She's naked, of course.
Of course. She must be.
She must be. But anyway, enough about me. I wanted to talk about you.
Yes. I have not as expensive flat with my friend. Yeah.
Oh, so you live with your friend?
Yeah. It's funny because this flat, you hear your neighbors like everything.
So the voice really thin.
Yeah. Yeah. And when I was with the first night when in this flat, I was like, oh, someone is watching series.
Your roommate is a girl or a guy?
Yeah, girl.
He has a boyfriend or no?
No, but we are Christians, so so yeah, we don't.
So you don't have sex?
Before marriage, and when she will have husband, she will just move to
her husband.
Yeah, so it's not a problem.
I don't think I have similar problem, but I mean, I think the boy is thick enough, but I don't know. I never asked my roommates, so.
Okay, no problem.
So
everyone just thought like no marriage before sex, like all the world, but I think it's very rare, and I don't know how to tell it. It's wise to have sex after marriage.
Okay.
I think. In our God just told this, and I think it's not like you can't do this, nothing like that. It just like he wants to save us heartbreaks and something like that.
You cannot have sex before marriage.
Yes.
But what about for the man, the husband that you are going to marry? You will only marry to the man who also never had sex before? Or?
Oh, it's not like that. Many Christians do that, but I think I have to know when it happened, and maybe they have sex before they have be Christian or have more faith in heart. I don't know. It depends.
Have you ever had a relationship before?
Yes.
How long you guys been together?
4.5 years.
It's a long time.
Yes, a long time, but we were very young. I was 16.
So 16 4 years, which means you finished at 20.
21. Now I'm on 28, almost 29.
Oh, now you are almost 29. What about in between, after this relationship? Do you date anyone else?
No, I don't have any boyfriend in this time since, yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah, I know.
Like 8 years.
But it wasn't like sex was the problem. I have been on dates, have crushes, and someone, I don't know, have crush on me, but it's don't work out.
Yeah, it's hard. I know the feelings. I was looking for a long time. Do you have an ideal type of the guy that you're looking for? So he has to be Christian?
Yeah. It's.
So he cannot be Muslim then?
I could be friend.
With Muslim?
Yeah, but I think my husband has to know my heart, what I believe. It's different type of connection when you know and when you accept and when you live the same way.
Is it important for you financially if the guy is rich or poor or whatever?
I don't want to be very rich, I think.
What kind of rich is that? I know a friend who's looking for marriage, but he's Chinese.
Okay.
And he's not Christian. So he has to become a Christian to date you? Is that what you... So he has to be baptized before he asks you out? When I was living in Istanbul, I met a girl. She's from Palestine, and actually her hometown is in Jerusalem. It's really sensitive topic now, but at that time the war didn't begin, you know. So we were just talking. And Jerusalem is like part of Israel and part of Palestine. Compared to other Muslim girls, she's actually quite open. She didn't wear hijab or anything. Then we were starting to talk, and she tell me something really similar. She also never had sex before marriage. She's open to date foreigners, but that foreigner need to convert to Muslim. Funny thing is that we started to talk about sex, and I was the first man talk about sex.
Okay. Okay.
She never talked about sex with any man before.
Okay.
And we actually had a really, really interesting conversation.
In my community, there is a lot of conference about sex, about sexuality, addiction.
Addiction to sex.
Yeah, addiction to sex, addiction to masturbate and pornography.
Have you ever watched pornography? Does that mean like the people who believe like Christians, they never watch?
No, I don't think so. Like they watch, but they know it's not healthy for them. People making sex in front of camera, they're like not like real relationship or sex in a relationship, you know. This girl who was on this conference and she's therapist told us that someone in marriage was addict from pornography and masturbation, have problem with sex with his wife because he's not having erection because that he watched so many high-level porns. I think it ruin their relationships and it's very, very addictive.
It seems kind of extreme, right? I mean, this case is really extreme that is addicted to porn. A lot of people watch porn, but they don't necessarily get addicted.
Not everyone get addicted.
Yeah. You don't want to risk it.
Yeah, it's very addictive, like heroin, I know. You can try it once, too, and not get addicted, but someone, your friend, get this heroin or pornography once and get addicted.
And since you never had sex before, let's take the girl, for example, that I talked to in Istanbul, the Muslim girl. I asked her the same question, like, what if the sex was not satisfied after marriage?
Yeah.
What would happen?
I think we would go to a sex therapist or something like that and make it works. Like there's so many different ways to make others satisfied, and I know it would be hard at the first time or the first period of time of marriage, but I just trust that it's healthier way for me because I believe that. I don't want to try.
Nowadays they have a lot of different toys and stuff.
Yeah.
You can also use that after or whatever.
On the street.
When I was talking to the Muslim girl, because in Muslim culture is probably like more strict, so asked like what if they get divorced? Yeah, at least in her culture, getting divorced is really expensive. For the man, because the man has to give her the half of everything. So normally they don't get divorced.
Okay, I never thought about it. It is expensive, but it is ever possible.
She told me it's possible, but it's really expensive for the man. It's really expensive to marry her.
Okay.
And it's also really expensive to divorce her. So at least that's what I heard.
It must be wise choice.
So it's not cheap.
Yeah.
You know, I even make a joke like, what if a foreigner wanted to marry her? She was like, okay, maybe the price could be a little bit lower. What about in your case? Like, is it possible for you to get divorced?
In Polish culture, in believer way, you can have been by civil way.
Civil way and, church.
Yeah. When people are a believer, they have both. When you have civil marriage, it's not a problem to have divorce. Yeah. But when you have the church way, it's not like divorce. It's like have statement that your marriage wasn't not true. It goes to bishops and Vatican. They are checking if
Okay.
why this marriage isn't good for each other, and there's no like canceling your marriage, but make statement that it wasn't, I don't know how to tell it, but it wasn't real, even if it happened.
So which means like hypothetically you do marry someone,
Yeah.
but then it doesn't work out, and then the church could see this marriage as not real,
Yeah,
and then unannounced it. It's not like divorce, but
Yeah.
but just say that this marriage was not real,
Yeah.
even from the beginning,
yeah,
right? Is
Yeah,
that what you
yes.
mean? Technically, you can, even after you've been with someone, if it doesn't work, you can divorce the person, even though you are using a different term, like it's not a marriage, which means you can find someone else.
yes,
Right?
yes.
Oh, this is going to be really sensitive topic for you probably. Last weekend they have the Pride Parade.
Yeah,
I guess you're really against that kind of thing, or
I'm not against people.
who's gay?
Yeah, but in my belief, I know it's not healthy way for them. I had a friend who is gay in church. He's gay like in Christian,
Yeah.
both, but he don't has a boyfriend.
So it must be hard for him. Then.
Yeah, I
Homosexual, some could be born, some could be influenced by environment. But in your friend's case, probably he was born this way.
don't know. He doesn't share it with me. I don't want to talk about it because I don't
No,
have
no, it's okay,
knowledge.
it's okay. Yeah, I get
some
it.
knowledge and
I don't know if you know this philosopher, Wittgenstein. He once said that whereof we cannot speak, thereof we must be silent.
but I want for them to be happy.
When I was talking to the Palestinian girl, especially when we were starting to talk about sex, she was really open to talk about it actually, which was really surprising me.
Yeah, it surprised me too.
I really hope that you can find someone that you truly love, a good husband that
Yeah.
can treat you well and be happy.
Yeah, amen.
Amen, yes. Amen, amen.